Welcome back in another movie. Here we have another car. Actually, it's second one from the three that I did get now, so I need to show one after another one. This time we have a C601, they call it on Banggood. As I can see on the box, it's a HT in here, extreme 4x4 desert truck. So as you can see in here, box is being in use for different vehicles. Please check your received item carefully, because they have really many of them that I will show you on the box. So what do we have? 2.4 gigahertz, electric, of course, ready to use, 4-wheel drive, rechargeable, moto, wow, off-road, and 1/16 scale. I like the smaller cars, I don't like the bigger ones. Let me rotate it like this. Here is one that I have. It's a Jeep in a camel paint, but all those stickers like the windows, the star, the Jeep signs are as a stickers, so you can paint this car first and then put a stickers if you don't like the camel. But I will not stick it because I will need to see if I want to keep it. Here is another one. Here we have a buggy. As far as I understand, it's the same suspension, same shocks, but they just changed the body. Here all of them. So I have this one. There is also white Jeep. There is the Avengers car that you can see on the front. That's a quite funny one. Short course, buggy, and a monster truck. So they have really many of them. Here is the Bigfoot show, and that's the monster truck. Here's the remote. As you can already know, there is a servo inside because you have potentiometers on this one. This car cost $78 in this moment. It's not too expensive, but we will see how good it is. Let me see what's on the other side. Here's the short course, and they show the Avengers car and that buggy car. Okay, so let me take it out and we will see what we have in here. Okay, so as you can see, the box is well made and the car is well secured. And what we get a set of tools. We get a screwdriver, hex key, I think they can call it, probably for some hex screws, and a plastic wrench for the taking off the wheels. That's really nice. They give so much tools. We get standard cheap USB charger. Battery is 2S because there are 3 pins. We get a really giant A4 instruction manual. It's really enormous. I need a scissors to take it out, because there is no opening in here as far as I can see. So let's see, what do we get? Okay, it's 1/16 scales. Most of the cars that I have new is 1/16. Wait, there's something in English in here. Oh, so it's in Chinese and English in the same time. You have basic information about the remote, how to control the car, practice. That's quite nice. when the motor is not in use, remove the battery. That's quite important because it will discharge. Full build assembly. It's really nice detail instruction. It's big, it's easy to read in here. As you can see, it's dedicated for this model. No, it's I can see the bag is in, it's also in here. So mostly the buggy have different fender, if I remember, on the back, and they are mostly the same. You have part list. Quite nice instruction because it's big, it's easy to read. You get this stickers. The stickers are for the car. Oh, nice details. They are actually they are 3D, a little bit, but a 3D. It's the stickers for the car, like the windshield, some Jeep signs. I like the stars because those are the new military stars. I did read about it. If I am not wrong, it means that this car is no longer in use by the military or something like that, because they just drew a circle around it, if I remember. Sorry, I may be wrong, but as far as I read about WPL, it's like that. That's why I did remove the circle from around it and leave the star. So that's nice because you can make it look like you want, not like the factory wanted. And also you can paint it, but it's still covered with the protection foil. You just take it off and just paint it. Remote, quite big, quite heavy. Let's see, 4 AA batteries. I will not put it back. You have a reverse of steering, reverse of throttle in case they will work in another direction. I don't know why they put it, probably the remote just have it. You have a steering trim to center the wheels, throttle trim to make to center the trigger. If it will just if it will move forward by just gently clicking, you can just adjust it to have the same amount of distance to the front and to the rear. And steering dual rate, just to limit how fast the car can go. So if you have a someone that still want to learn how to use this car, you can limit the speeds and it will be much easier for him to work. And now about the car. First thing that I noticed when I did take it out is oh my god, it's so heavy. This thing is really heavy compared to my fire that I have made for from metal. Is almost the same weight. So this thing is really heavy and you can feel it. It's not a toy. It is a RC car and really well made. The second thing that I did notice, how in the hell they want me to take the pins out. So what I did use a hex key. I don't know if I have it. Yes, I have it in here. I have a long hex key, and I just, sorry, some hairs for my dog. I just put it like this and pull it back. So that's the only way I was able to unhook the cover, because they did not think about it, and that's really annoying in here. So to take it out, you really need to use something long like that screwdriver and just scratch the cover. On front, no problem, you just hold it, you just pull it back and no problem. Here, before I open it, here is how it's looking. Of course you have all the lights as a stickers, so you can just set it like as you want. Wheels, as far as I can see, this one is a real wheel, not a dummy. Wheels are quite soft. Oh, they are glued, so that's nice. It means it's really dedicated to climb on something. Tires are not bad, are really nice, but you can always shave it. I always remove one thread on once a while, just to make it a better grip if you want to go on something. But it's on off-road, but I don't think it will be designed for climbing, because the motor is quite strong in here. So let's get inside. So another thing that I did notice, why in the hell they make so long cables. So as you can see, this cable is really long. Mostly the cable will just for the batteries will stop just in here, and they did make it like this. So as you may see, it was just hanging around outside of the car. Probably the best solution will be to rotate the battery, make the cable inside, or just pull the battery cables like this, put it under the clip and clip it in here. Probably that's the best solution you can make. Another thing, look how big this motor is. I don't know, this is probably not a 540, probably 300 something. Sorry, I'm not a genius in all those sides of the motors. If you are more interested in some information about motors, about something like that, you can visit the France RC channel. You can find the link in here if I will remember to put it there. He knows more about a technical parts of the cars. I'm just reviewing some toys mostly, so I'm not specialist about that. He will know probably what motor is this and what the replacement in brushless is. So if you want to make some modification, you can check that. Also he did show a W Toys, a new model that is really something new in the hobby, because the price is really nice, but the car is much better made than this one. And if you want to check that, you can just go to his channel and see that. So let's get into the battery. We will check it. You can see it's mostly on DNT. I will use this, it's much more easy. Something to unclip it, it's really nice to have, because mostly those clips doesn't go out so easy. So we have a 2S battery, Li-ion, so that's something new. Mostly is a LiPo battery, made of 2 cells, as you can already see, like Fire have. You have of course a locking cable hanging on the side. You have shocks, and shocks work quite nice. I don't know if they are oil filled, maybe not, but I want to check that, because that's really would be nice, but you can always replace it. HSP shocks are really nice, work great for the fire, so probably will work also nice in here. I think they are oil filled, they feel like it, but I will probably check that. Cables from the motor, and you have a servo in here. I see that the wheels are set like this. That's because the this top a link is probably a bit too short, and there is no adjustment for that, like on the file, something like or cast like that. So that's quite annoying, I will say, but it's easy to fix. You can just replace this link with a adjustable one and make that work fine. But probably if I will push it down, no, they are still like that. Little too bad, because like this will keep it more stable on tunes, but still that's not a big problem. Okay, so let me put the batteries in the remote. I need to dig them out. I will, of course, I will use my trusty analog batteries, because I can lay for months on my desk and I can always take it and are still charged. Let me put the cover back. It's off now. Let me put the battery. I will put the this back. Let me see if my idea will work. If I will put it like this. Cable are long, but not too long. That's quite annoying. Oh, car just turn on. Where's the on-off switch? I can hear a really high tone. Where in the hell is a power switch on this thing? Probably there is no power switch, because I cannot see any. It's really that simple? So it is that simple. You just plug it and it's on. It's really weird. That's why they tell to take the batteries out. I'm still looking, but nope, no switch on. Okay, so let's turn it on. There's a red light. G full flow. So the angle of steering is not too big. The servo is really trying to put it. Wait, it's not a dual rate. It's steering dual rate. On the other way. I would need something to put this car on. Let's take this box. Okay, so let's rotate it like this so we can see the steering. Oops, sorry. Wait, I will reset the camera. Sorry, after 15 minutes it's always turning off. So it's a steering dual rate. It means it's changing the maximum angles. So let me limit that a little bit. I just don't want to hit the links. So let's see the resolution. Oh, still too much. A little bit less. Yes, now it's better. The resolution is not bad, it's not too big. The steering is not too big, so it will not make a sharp turns with it. Now, throttle trim, I know it's probably off. Oh, that's really sensitive. Yes, now it's better. The throttle trim allows me to have the same distance to the front and to the back. Still off. To the second one. pretty hard to adjust it. Okay, I will set in the middle wall that's have a lot of power. So the motor is brushless, but it's really strong. So this is the low speed, and this is the high speed. Whoa, this will be quite fast. So do we have a brake? Yes, we have a brake. A bit slower on the reverse, like always. So there is no crawl speed, but there is a fast speed. The remote or the ESC resolution is quite narrow, because this is the lowest speed I can go. And that's really fast. So we have differential on both axles. We have independent suspension and really strong motor. It's hot? No, it's not, because it's too short working. So servo sound is quite annoying. It's making a really high ultrasound tone that's really quite annoying for me, because I can hear it. Older people will not hear it. As far as I know, older people doesn't hear the very high tones, and with the age, the range of the high tones is getting shorter, so they will not see it. I hear it, and it's quite annoying. Of course, I will not see it outside, but here I can hear it. I could hear it when I just connected, but car is really nice. It's shaking because this front wheel in here is wobbling a little bit. This one and the one on the other side is have a little wobble, so that will make a small vibration, but still remember, it's just a toy. So for kids, yes, why not? You have a Jeep, you can put a stickers on it, make it look how you want it. Okay. These ones are really rubber. Wait, why I can put the, oh, it's hang on the, so this is how it will look outside. And the sound is great on this thing. The lesson that I filmed it was just a toy. So let's see. I will try to go as slow as I can. I don't want to push more because I know how fast this thing is. So it is controllable on slow speed. Let me set it like this, maybe it will be more easy. Yes, it is quite slow. It's not made for crawl. You can already see that. Maybe on better electronic, new ESC, new remote, probably yes, but for now it's more for a speed. It's really nice. I can already see that now. Maybe in this price you want to choose the W toys that Franza show on his channel, Franza RC. but for me it's quite nice made. I like that I can put the stickers because I can just peel off this plastic, paint it in color that I want, like the army green, and then put the stickers on, because you just need to take this cage off, and that will change the whole car. I don't like these pins, that's quite annoying. Cable of the battery is quite long, but still car is quite nice. Okay, so the thing that I want to see now, let me first disconnect it because the throttle is so sensitive that I will just drive off my desk. I want to see what do we have in the shocks, if there is oil or there are just mechanical shocks, but only the springs. You can see there are some metal parts on it. Oh, you have adjustment. You can see there are 3 holes in there, so you can adjust how high the car will sit. It was in the middle. So now we first need to take this off, take the spring off, and now we can open the shocks. It's empty inside, mostly they are empty, but here is a rubber, so that's a seal. It's hard to see, it's moving really hard, so probably, yes it is. I think it is oil filled. I cannot confirm that. I will just need to see the instruction to check that. But it is moving really hard. Really hard. And I think that's oil filled. They look like oil filled, and I think they are. But looking how hard they work, you don't need oil because they already working really slow. So probably you can switch it to something better, because they are quite long, and this scale is starting to be quite popular, and you can choose some parts from other cars. Like I have Remo. Remo is also in the same scale, and I will show you probably, I don't know if I will make it today, but I will show it soon. So okay, I will just put it back. I will need to charge this battery because of how strong this motor is, and I want to have it charged. I will not do this in today because it's night, but I will test it out. I need to test 3 cars, so that will take some time for me, and we will see what this car can do. Of course, I will put a GPS on it. We will see the speed of this car. We'll probably hook it somewhere like on the rear wheel, and we will see how fast this car is, if I remember to put the GPS on it. So now you will see it. Of course, if you want to get this, you can always find a link in the description. So let's see how it's working.